All praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Wabakakwadash. Peace, blessings, and much respect to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. On down to the rest of the elders who rule well within Israel. Salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter where, whom they may be, or what they may look like. Pushing out this purified truth to the rest of the church who believe as well. You men who may not be teachers or prophets, you women, sons, and daughters also. The water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring and going to that cross for the nation of Israel and the nation of Israel alone, none of this would even be possible whatsoever. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. So this is a question. How long? The majority of our people are simple. When you go into that word, let's see, Hebrews 66 and 12, for the word simple, it goes into the word pethi, which almost sounds like petty. Simplicity, navit, simple, foolish, open-minded. So according to the scriptures, if you're open-minded, you're indeed a fool. Okay? Being in this ministry, you have to be closed-minded, and you have to be persuaded within your own self that this gospel is the truth. But many of our people, they don't have that kind of belief. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. So our people are in a blind state. And as annoying as it is, they're going to remain in that blind state until the day comes that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai destroys them. Isaiah chapter 6 and verse, I'll start at verse 9. And he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. So our people are simple-minded. They're open-minded. They're open to all these different lies and vain philosophies. But when it comes to this truth, they don't understand it. They don't perceive it because they're being blocked. Okay? Verse 10, make the heart of this people fat, speaking of their mind, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed. So our people would be healed, they'd be converted, if all they would do is just receive this gospel, receive the message, and make changes in their life. But Israelites of today, for the majority of them, it's just not going to happen. Verse 11, then said I, Lord, how long? Just like I read in the book of Proverbs. How long? Okay. Then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate. So how long are fools going to remain in a simple, rebellious state of mind? How long are they going to be stupid? Well, if they're not of the elect, they're going to be stupid until they're destroyed. All the way up into this very generation, when the nuclear missiles get launched off and America gets destroyed, okay, and Yahweh Shai returns to deliver his elect, that's how long these fools are going to remain foolish, until America is utterly destroyed, okay? Then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be utterly wasted, without inhabitant, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate. And the land hasn't been made utterly desolate yet. That's why you see so many simple, so many scoffers, so many just darkened Israelites, darken their mind. That's why they're so happy. They're so okay with calling themselves black, even after being told we're not black. Okay? With black culture, that means you can sleep with trannies. That means you can dress up as a woman if you're a man. That means if you're a woman, you can be a butch dyke or dress up as a tomboy. You can be a gangbanger. You could be a drug dealer. You could be a pimp. Just don't be a black man getting with a white woman, right? That's black culture. You know, you can go to the cookout, eat some barbecue chicken. You know, have a plate of can't think of the word, but you'll have some pork chops. You know, you'll have some pork hot dogs. You know, you can do all that listening to, you know, whatever people be listening to today, man. You know, I really don't even be on music of today, which makes me feel like I'm getting old, man. Being in this ministry makes me feel like I'm older than what I am, on top of already feeling older than what I am. I've always kind of felt like that. But being in this ministry, man, it really makes you feel old because you see this world for what it is. All right? But our people will be listening to all sorts of adulterous music about murdering their own. You know, all this fits in the black culture. But when it comes to doing the right thing, they don't want to hear that though. Okay? They'll accept a man sleeping with a man in black culture, but they won't accept a man getting with a so-called white woman in black culture. But guess what? The man holds the seed. The man can get with whatever woman he wants to get with because he's going to be the head of that woman anyway. Okay, but he's not supposed to take on the ways of a heathen. So if he gets with a heathen woman, he's not supposed to be taken after their customs. Okay? He's supposed to be serving Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai regardless. But our people are simple, man, and they're going to remain foolish until the day that the Lord destroys them off the face of the earth. Okay? And they're only hurting themselves. Now, Jeremiah chapter 25 and verse 5. They said, turn ye again, now everyone from his evil way, and from the evil of your doings, and dwell in the land that the Lord hath given unto you, and to your fathers forever and ever. And go not after other gods to serve them, and to worship them, and provoke me not to anger with the works of your hands, and I will do you no hurt. Yet ye have not hearkened unto me, saith the Lord, that ye might provoke me to anger with the works of your hands to your own hurt. So our people are causing self-destruction. Our people are suicidal. They really don't want freedom. They really don't want justice, because if they did, they would return unto the power. They would return to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. They would get plugged into the power. Okay? But our people have been weakened because they're not being plugged into the power source. That's why our people of today, they call themselves black, African American, right? Jamaican. They call themselves Puerto Rican. They call themselves Native Americans, or even if not a Native American, they'll call themselves like a Cherokee, or they might call themselves a Blackfoot Indian. All these different bywords, but they're not calling themselves Israelites, okay? Because they're fools. More so if they've heard this word and they still want to remain in their darkness. That's really a fool right there. It's one thing to not know. It's another thing to know and to still ignore it. Okay, that's why the Lord is jacking our people up now. And he's going to keep on doing it until the day comes that he delivers his elect and destroys Babylon. Jeremiah 5 and 19, and it shall come to pass when ye shall say, wherefore doeth the Lord our power all these things unto us? Then shalt thou answer them, like as ye have forsaken me and served strange gods in your land, so shall ye serve strangers in a land that is not yours. And that's why the Lord is doing all these punishments unto us, because we're his people. But instead of serving him, who's been good to us, the one who gave us life, the one who is behind our whole existence, because our people don't want to serve him, the Lord has given us up to serve all these other strange gods, speaking of our people, okay, as a whole. The majority of Israelites They're just not right. They're not right in the head, man. So the Lord is going to destroy them. And as we get closer and closer to our end, don't be surprised when you see the wickedness of our people increasing as well. You know, our people are not only just eating abominable foods, you know, they're trying to be as abominable as possible. Our people are eating, you know, mice on a stick. You have our people eating gator meat. You have our people, you know, eating beaver, eating squirrel, you know, eating things that's just totally disgusting, totally despicable. And it's going to get worse. And then seeing that, you know, Esau's trying to come in with the food shortage, which is really from the Heavenly Father, don't be surprised when you see our own people eating other people. Cannibalism, that's coming as well. Okay? So seeing that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has constantly been trying to reach out his hand into our people and they constantly reject him, well, they're only hurting themselves. And that's why the Lord is constantly spanking our asses, because our people are a rebellious nation. Okay? So I'm going to go on ahead and wrap this up, man. Had to make this simple and brief. Had to feed you something. So with that, all praises unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.